Hello, and welcome back to Bay Area Housewife of True Crime. We are at part 3 of the Brian Egg case. As a reminder, topics may be triggering. Viewer and listener discretion is very strongly advised. The people mentioned are innocent until proven guilty in court. On August 15th of 2018, 52-year-old Robert McCaffrey and 39-year-old Lance Silva were arrested in connection to Brian Egg's case. Robert McCaffrey was arrested at Brian's home, and Lance Silva was picked up at a nearby hotel. They were booked into the San Francisco County City Jail on suspicion of murder, fraud, identity theft, and elder abuse. The charges were later dismissed pending further investigation by the district attorney's office. Lance Silva was actually just held in custody on violating his probation. These were the two unidentified men that had been living rent-free at Brian's house for weeks before he was discovered. And they were arrested and released for using Brian's credit cards to pay for the crime scene cleanup crew they hired to come and sanitize the murder scene. The fact that businesses like these exist that may or may not assist in cleaning up after criminals for the right amount of money is beyond me. Ugh. Robert McCaffrey had also gone to New Jersey and purchased a BMW using Brian Egg's information and credit cards. Lance Silva took over his dad's upholstery company in Emeryville, California when he passed away, and he embezzled thousands of dollars from the company and its employees. He served time for this and was on probation, which was the only reason he was legally detained and later released. As of this recording, no further arrest in connection to Brian Egg's case have ever been done. Both of these men have been spotted roaming free the streets of San Francisco and the surrounding areas. Guess you never know. Uno nunca sabe when you could run into a real-life cucuy or llorona. Brian's friend Scott Free told the press, and I quote, "The murderer is free and roaming the streets and can claim his next victim," unquote. On the 1-year anniversary of the gruesome discovery of Brian Egg's body in the fish tank, with respects to any further arrest, SFPD Sergeant Michael Andra Jack said, and I quote, "Investigators need probable cause to make an arrest, and they are working diligently to build a probable cause. It has been a long investigation with a number of leads to investigate. We are making headway and are more confident an arrest will be made," unquote. Scott Free added, "We all miss him. He was entertaining to talk to. He was the sort of eccentric, but with a kind heart. The silence has been deafening in this case." Like I said, as of this recording, no further arrests with connection to Brian Egg's case have been made, and no murder charges have been filed. However, investigators are asking for help from the public, specifically, and I quote, "from individuals or businesses contacted by someone claiming to be Brian Egg or someone who may have assisted with financial transactions related to him or his home at 228 Santa Clara Street in San Francisco, California. If you or anyone you know has information, please help authorities bring justice to Brian Egg, who did not deserve to die." We've reached the end of today's episode over at Bay Area Housewife of True Crime. Thank you so much for coming down the rabbit hole where I currently live. Stay tuned for the next episode on the next case. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at bayarea.housewife. I also have an Instagram for the podcast. at Bay Area HW of True Crime. You can find me at Bay Area Housewife of True Crime on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, and of course here on TikTok. If you like my show, rate it wherever you listen. As always, I welcome all comments, questions, case suggestions, etc. I respect and accept all opinions. Call me, beat me at yayareahousewife@gmail.com. I'll see you chismosas y chismosos in the next, and don't forget your hot Cheetos. Adios.